Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum, Rakakodash. Give honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like to Akim Akwath, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. Hey, for this video, man, hey, I'm going in on the nigga woman. Alright, straight like that. I had an incident happen at work earlier, and I'm going to give that testimony. And then I'm going to use 2 clips. You had Elder Manata Zakba. He just had to get on this Israelite woman who was trying to throw herself to the defense of the so-called white man, woman, and child, saying that we have to show them mercy. And the scriptures clearly tell you that they will be shown no mercy. All right, the Israelite foreigners from amongst the other nations, they will wake up to this truth and come out from among the motherfuckers. But all actual Edomites, real deal, red-blooded Edomites, are going to die, go into slavery. And any black behemoth, big Shirley, as I'm going to start using that the elder, the apostle Rakah used, I got to start using it now, because it was a big Shirley that started fucking with me at work. Big Shirleys are going to perish and die bitterly. So let's start with this clip. The nigga woman is about to learn real fucking soon, y'all. This bickering and arguing, all this fucking clown shit's about to halt when reality kicks in.
Every nation's women follow behind the men. What do you think the men are supposed to follow behind the women?
No.
What? No. So then you're supposed to follow behind us then? So then what do you have a problem with? So
why can't we connect to each other?
Oh my God, because we got to take the bullet. Because when things pop off, it's the men are protecting the women and the children and the nation.
I feel like when we go to war now.
You feel like.
Well, I think if you that makes him more happy. And
is he not supposed to protect the family?
No, because he's gonna go to war and then he's gonna.
But that is protection for the
No,
family.
really?
Yes, because he's stopping the enemy from coming over.
I'm probably gonna die and I'm gonna get bombed too.
Then what should you do? Should you all just wait for the enemy to bomb you then?
I think that's just whatever. Because first of all, like I cannot fathom this example, because it's not based on the reality of how we live our lives right now.
She says she can't fathom this example. You're right. You women, many of you women, you non-sincere sisters who don't understand anything other than what the white man has taught you, you can't fathom the realities of what's coming. War is coming. Famine is coming. Destruction is coming. Yahweh Shai and the archangels are coming. Nuclear missiles are coming. So it would do you good to sit down and shut up while the prophets are doing what we do best, which is prophesying. Okay? I'm going to go to another example. So you see here, even though this woman knows that she has no idea what she's talking about, she's still willing to argue. All right? And the curses, obviously, we know that we're cursed. Nevertheless, of the curses, many of our women are just demons. All right? Because all nations have gone through captivity. You look at the Arabs right now. The Arabs, they getting their heads cracked still by the so-called white man. But their women, for the most part, do as they're told, got their hijab on with their head covered. So like he said to her, all the other nations' women understand. So why do we gotta be the exception? All right, exactly. They're demons. That's what it is. They're demons. All right, and so the sincere sisters, you should know better than to be getting offended, when these types of videos come out, because they have to come out. We get on each other as the men, and you best believe we're going to get on the wicked women. And I'm going to get some scriptures in a minute, but I just want to let y'all see, and of course, whenever women are involved, videos like this get the most publicity, right? And obviously, the elder Manat Zakwa, he had, that clip came out with this white woman right here crying about how life is getting harder, and who comes running to her fucking defense?
Ezekiel 35, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against constant edification.
I'm just jumping straight to the comment.
Anyway, there was an individual on the comment board. Let me take the elders video down here. Close this. There was an individual on the comment board who made...
Actually, what we're gonna do, y'all, we're gonna go to the source, because the elder did this video. Welcome to our world, Becky. Right, the curses is coming on them now. Let's go to the source.
Here, close this.
God damn it! Now, y'all, the comments gone. You know, so she must have maybe felt that embarrassment and took it down. God damn it.
There was an individual on the comment. He actually
Okay, so what we'll do, let me see.
Put out, and you people.
All right, I'm gonna just let the elder read it.
Oh, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have no business trying to speak up for these damn devils. Obviously, what the elder brother brought out was scriptural. It's in Deuteronomy 30, going into that the curses are going to reverse. They're going to go into our enemies. And just because they're feeling a little bit of effects from that, they're not under the curses yet. But they're going to be. In the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be way worse than these devils. Anyway, from Peaches 2945, a simplistic, clamorous woman, writing a long-ass comment. I know you probably won't listen to what I have to say, because no man shall suffer a woman to teach, which is correct. But I'm not teaching. Our Father has put it on my heart to say this. First off, if you proclaim and you quoting scriptures, you are trying to teach. You're trying to correct us, and you don't have no correction to give us. You should just be quiet and listen.
So you see here, you know, she starts off hypocritical right off the bat. So what we're going to do, y'all, we're going to go to this Isaiah. See, if you can't accept what's coming, then you're going to perish with them. Isaiah 13 and 14. It says, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So the wicked of our people, especially our women, if you want to come to the defense of the so-called white man on his judgment day, you will find yourself getting ripped and wrapped up on his judgment day rather than receiving salvation. All right. Once again, Big Shirley going and running to the enemy. All right. Many Israelite women, many so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women are going to die on Judgment Day. All right. The elect, should I rather say, the women that are a part of the 1/3, that are a part of the remnant, will be getting saved. But the average black woman, the average Mexican woman, the average bugged out Native American woman from the tribe of Red Clover are all gonna die because they have the spirit of the enemy upon them. Big Shirleys are gonna die.
I have no correction to give us. You should just be quiet and listen. And you understand you should be quiet because you said it. Right? Another thing, just because something is in your mind to say it doesn't mean that the Heavenly Father necessarily wanted you to say it, or that it was given from the righteous side of the Heavenly Father. He can also send you something through the left-hand side. You do know that, right? No, you don't know that. Because it's in the scriptures that the Lord had put in the mouth of thy prophets, or the Lord had put a lying spirit in the mouth of thy prophets. So just because you got something to say and you think the Father wants you to say it, you may wind up saying it in a negative, which is this comment. It goes on. She says, instead of sitting on here accusing this woman of being an Edomite, stop right there. Telling somebody they're an Edomite is not a bad thing. It's not a crime, let me say it that way, because it is a bad thing. Nobody wants to be an Edomite, but it's a nation of people in the Bible. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, or the so-called white people today are the Edomites, and you don't want them to be, and they don't want to be, but there ain't nothing we can do about it. So when you say accusing somebody of being an Edomite, that's like if a so-called black man was doing something, and you said to him this dude might be an Edomite. You're accusing him of being an Edomite. But to tell a so-called white person they're an Edomite is not an accusation. Especially when you're judging what they're doing in the spirit. Because she's acting like a damn Edomite. Entitled, bratty, woe is me, I shouldn't have to suffer because I'm white, Edomite. This girl goes on. Instead of sitting on here accusing this woman of being an Edomite and mocking at, scoffing at her, pouring her heart out, regardless of what certain people have done to us and our ancestors. Remember, the Almighty sent His Son to die and shed His blood, His innocent blood, for our transgressions and sin.
So, you know, I let this go for a minute. So you see the spirit, she's coming in, running to their defense. Meanwhile, we're the ones who are at the bottom and need help. But this is what Big Shirley do. She runs to Master, which is why when this destruction comes, y'all, hey, a part of being an Israelite man and receiving the salvation is getting to see the utter obliteration of our wicked women, the ones that ain't right. Because even it's to the point now where even so-called black males that are in the world, even these niggas are starting to cry out against the black woman and begging her to get her shit right. You know, the passport bros. Where do you think the passport bros are originate from? Why are so-called black men, mainly in the hoods of the ghettos of America, deciding to get a career so they can make at least 6 figures, so they can be able to travel outside of the country multiple times a year to deal with women rather than deal with a chick next door? Where do you think that, what would cause a motherfucker to have to do such a thing? Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And we can't wait for that day to come, because that's a part of it. All right, and notice here how, see, this lets you know how spiritual this is, because right here in this verse, it doesn't directly tell you that he's referring to his wife. It doesn't directly tell you he's referring to any one woman. It doesn't directly say his wife or his daughter or his mom that was getting on his nerves. She that is my enemy. He's the majority of the females of the nation of Israel have become the enemy of the males of the nation of Israel. So we already know what the game is. This how we know what he didn't even have to specify. He just said she. So you know Micah's woman probably was giving him problems. All the females in his family giving, oh boy, who you think you is? Boy, you ain't no prophet, boy. You better get back out there and tend to the sheep. Who you think you? You think the Lord dealing with you? Ain't nothing finna happen up in here. What you talking? Hey, y'all. The same shit they say to us. Right? Now, to the second part of the video, what happened to me earlier, you know, I deal in demolition, I deal in construction. So I'm driving my work vehicle and we're demolishing a house. And in order to, when houses are demolished, you know, the dump trucks pull up, all right? The crane grabs what's left of the house and dumps it in the dump truck. So I'm waiting for the crane to, you know, load my truck up, right? And this fucking fat black woman, overweight, Big Shirley, pulls up in her fancy Jeep. You know, it looks like a 2020, it looked like a Jeep Wrangler. You can't block the street. You have to make sure that there's enough room for cars to get through on the other side. And I could look on her shirt. I live out here in Detroit. Ain't no mystery. Apparently, she works for the city of Detroit. Some sort of ordinance. But clearly, the street that we're on was extremely narrow, y'all. I'm talking about narrow even for construction standards. There was no way possible for anyone to get. There's nowhere I could have moved to make it possible for a person to get past me. So all a person could do was simply wait or go in reverse and go around, because there were several other streets around us you could use to get around where you need to get to. There was nothing I could physically do. And so she's sitting here in my face yapping all. I'm just looking at this bitch. I'm just like, man, Lord, man, fucking she's being utterly unreasonable. You know, imagine, if you will, to give you an example, somebody imagine you're at the swimming pool, you trying to swim, and somebody comes up, hey, you're not supposed to be getting wet. You can be in that pool, but you ain't supposed to be getting wet. You getting water everywhere. You see how retarded you would look at that person with such a face of confusion, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. And that's how I'm looking at this bitch. We're doing construction on the road. We have the right to block off the road when we're doing construction. We have cones out, we got vehicles out, and here comes Mammy running her mouth for master. But guess what? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai got something for all of the wicked of our women who have turned their backs on the men of her nation, whether it be running on these podcasts talking shit, then got with a white man, just be dogging niggas. The Lord got something for all that. All right, so let's bring it back here. All right, hey, you big Shirleys, you are wicked women. You're about to be fucking punished. All right, and it's gonna come up on you out of nowhere. You ain't gonna see it coming, and you're not gonna be able to pick up 911. You're not gonna be able to call CPS, Child Protective Services. You're not gonna be able to call WIC and food stamps. You're not gonna be able to call for Section 8. All right, all the systems, all the conveniences that the so-called white man has given you to make yourself an adversary to your own man, they're all gonna dissipate. And you're going to find yourself fucked off. God damn it. And it's going to be what it be. Isaiah 32:9. Here it is. Us niggas, we ain't shit. We don't go to work. We not shit. And when we at work, you fucking with us. But if a nigga... Man, Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. All right, suffering is on its way to our wicked women because they were not listening. They were not being obedient to the prophets. They were not being obedient to their men. They weren't going out and picking good men. All right, every woman over the age of 25 in modern society has had at least has had the chance to at least hunker down with. You have had at least 5 solid dudes, even by worldly standards, want to make you their woman, proposition you. You know, hey, look, shorty, I'll take care of you. You know, I'll do you right. You know, baby girl, right? Now, the dude, he might not make 100,000. He might only make 70,000. He might only make 60,000, 50,000. But he meant every word of what he said. Will give you a loving, caring home and family. But y'all don't want that. You want to be careless. You want to live freely. So what's the judgment for living freely? Dying alone. Live free, die alone. And when society fails, no backup will be coming. The gathering will cease. No more work. No more grants. No more help. Verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So all the little advantages that have been given to you by the so-called white man will be stripped from you. All right, and I'm going to put a particular picture up. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that picture. Now, right here, y'all, the famous picture. You had this, I believe she was 18, this young black woman literally hopped down in front of a Edomite, a racist Edomite at that, a triple K Edomite, to defend him from Israelite men that was about to get down on him. And look how fiercely she's running to his defense. This is a low point in black history, y'all. This shit crazy, y'all. Never would you see a Ishmaelite woman in the middle of a war zone run to put her body over an American soldier who's shooting down her family members and her people. Never would you have seen a woman of the Viet Cong, Vietnamese woman, run down and hop to protect an American trooper while her village is getting gunned down. But look at us. Look at us. The Lord got something coming for y'all, man. The Lord got something coming for you wicked Israelite women. And you sisters, you know better than to get offended. All right? So I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim Akwath, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.